But what if there was a way back to simplicity, to calm, to peace? Well, not so long ago, we used to wait for everything. And in this video, I want to make a case for introducing something slow into your life as a type of rebellion against the pace of life and where this world is going. And I also want to let you into my life in terms of my tension between choosing that slow craft and managing the expectations that life throws my way on a daily basis. The world wasn't always as fast-paced as it is today. I vividly remember my dad downloading my computer games on a dial-up modem that took literal days to complete. I remember watching my favorite show on TV, then waiting a whole week for the next episode to be released. I remember having to rewind VHS tapes to watch them before you can actually start the movie. And I remember renting a PlayStation 2 from the local video store so that I can play PlayStation 2 for one weekend. And somewhere between then and now, with the digital revolution and everything that's happening in the world, I've become increasingly impatient for things. I want results right now. But then at the end of last year, I picked up film photography. And as I was growing in this hobby and taking it up, I experienced two things simultaneously. Firstly, I experienced that film photography gave me immense peace and calm and a way to relax amidst the speed of this world. It was incredibly freeing. But alongside that emotion, there came another emotion that I really struggled to consistently find the time to practice this hobby. It felt like as the needs and the responsibilities of life came my way, I found less and less time for what I wanted to do, and I had to spend more time on what I have to do. In short, the hobby that I really need to slow me down always took the back seat. I want to share 3 things with you that I've been just pondering on and thinking about in terms of picking up a slow hobby, and maybe this inspires you to do the same. First of all, I think if you don't take your time, somebody else will. Here's the uncomfortable truth. This world isn't going to slow down anytime soon. It's not going to stop and ask for your permission. The notifications won't stop. The ask on your time will not decrease. It will actually increase. And if you don't actively give your time to something that slows you down and restores your emotional tank, something else will steal that time. I noticed this with my photography almost immediately. There's this weird thing that I really love doing film photography and going out on film walks and photo walks and stuff, but I found that the camera would lie in my bag or on my desk for a whole week without me picking it up to shoot, although it's really freeing for me. And I almost have to force myself to practice this thing that's really good for me. The thing is, the people who protect their time, they don't have more of it. They just have decided that the things that are truly important, they will give their time to that. What I want to say is nobody's going to give you permission to slow down. You need to take it. The second thing is, I believe that living slowly, or slowness as a concept, is a skill, and you've probably forgotten it. Here's something that nobody will tell you when picking up a new hobby. In the beginning, it's really hard. When I shot my first roll of film, it was really challenging, learning all the new concepts and learning to be patient and learning how to be limited to 36 shots and be limited in terms of how long it takes to see the results. It wasn't easy, by no means, but I think that's exactly the point why I needed it. I felt uncomfortable. I kept looking for a screen that wasn't there. I was frustrated with the fact that the lab takes 2 weeks to give me my results back. I realized that in a world of unlimited shots and unlimited instant feedback, I had forgotten how to just sit in the in-between, the unknown bits of life. We think slowness is our default, but it's not. If we take away all the other things, we don't automatically return to rest. It takes work to rest. It takes activity to rest. Slowness is a practice discipline. It's a muscle you have to train. And I think I had quietly, slowly missed or abused that gift of practicing rest. So whatever your slow hobby is, if it's woodworking, making coffee, making food, journaling, scrapbooking, whatever it is, it might feel unnatural at first. It might feel like it's uncomfortable and you can't quite get yourself to do it that often. But if I can challenge you to push through that first season. Because if we can get to habit formation and make this a natural part of our rhythm throughout life, then rest becomes something a bit more natural as we train that muscle. The third thing that I want to share is I think that your hobby is not a reward, it's a necessity. Your hobby is not a reward for working hard, it's a survival skill to keep on going in the future. We treat our hobbies like the dessert after the main meal. When you eat your vegetables and you completely finish the plate, then you can have your hobby as a dessert, as like a little treat after the work has been done. But what if that's completely backwards? What if that metaphor is completely wrong? I've been doing full-time ministry as a pastor for the last 10 years, and one thing that I've learned that maybe you can learn from as well is that you cannot give to others from an empty tank. You cannot serve other people if you don't have something for yourself. And burnout doesn't just affect your productivity, it affects your presence. It affects the way you show up for the people who need you most. And I notice that when I treat my hobbies, in my case film photography, as a optional at the end of the day, at the end of the responsibility, I feel a bit more frayed around the edges, a bit more reactive to the things around me, less centered in who I am. Ultimately, when I leave the things that relax me and fill up my tank, I feel less me. It's almost like my film photography hobby wasn't taking away from my productivity. It was a buttress for it. It was strengthening my ability to be productive in the long run. So I want to encourage you, whatever that thing is for you, whatever makes you forget about time in the best type of way, don't treat it like dessert. Stop treating it like a treat at the end of the long, hard day. Start treating it as a drink of water before you set out into the desert. Start treating it like a necessity, a necessary meal before you train, a necessary piece of nutrition before you go on a journey. It is so crucial for us to start in that point of being centered and being ourselves, and then tackling the world's challenges from that perspective. Protect it, schedule it, make time for it, because the people in your life, the people around you, the people in your work and your family, they don't just need your output, they need you, the best type of you. Thanks for watching.